Hello, everybody. Welcome back after...
Bet you thought this was never gonna happen again.
This is your belated April Fool's Day present, is that
That's right.
the fools are back.
The fools are, yes.
As they say, conoces tu mis bundefund en Bacter? Si, somos buenos amigos. So, I have a short confession to make. There is a reason that I had this long delay in Guacamelee, and it is LP-related depression. In point of fact, I was really sure that I had secured an interview with a luchador by the name of Blue Demon, but in actual fact, that communication was between me and his agent, who does not speak anything like good English, and he thought I was like a reputable news outlet, and so there was just this sort of long silence punctuated by like, I will post the conversations, but it was like, it was me talking to him through a translator being like, wait, what do you do? This is a video game thing for nerds online. I see, well, I think we're all booked up. So,
right.
So
that is
depressing.
amazing.
It was pretty great. But I felt bad because I was all excited and telling people we were going to answer questions, but the only question we got answered was whether luchadors care about Let's Play, and the answer is no, they do not.
And let's be honest, luchadors are probably in the right on that
No,
one.
that's definitely true. Although I think people could learn a thing or two from the movesets we've displayed here. After clearing out those skeletons and little gremlin guys.
So I have not played in forever.
Yeah.
And as such, my knowledge of the controls is basically regressed to nothing.
Well, you seem to be doing a decent job back there managing crowds and such, but if I recall correctly, and I certainly do, last time we had managed the temple, and this time we're going to sort of check out the central city.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess we can either spawn that way or just run that way, so I think it's probably good to run that way.
I'm running. Here
Do you
we
want
are.
to, I guess, no, we don't really have too many alternate costumes we can do, but yeah, I'll handle those in bonus updates, I suppose. The regular guy is good for now.
I just ran into Santa Luchita. I sure hope that you aren't that far behind.
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay, good. You were just talking about buying costumes, which I
just
stopped
whatever,
looking
right?
at
Yeah.
ages ago.
So heck, where do you want to go?
I did mug a few skeletons off screen to try to remember the controls. So if my money count is a bit different than it was last time.
Yes, right.
Yeah, so whatever.
It won't be. Nah, that's not intense. So
I need all that.
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, I don't remember what we did. We killed the Alahibre.
Yeah, we certainly did.
It killed itself, ran off a cliff or whatever.
if you
Extabay shouted at me, which was fun.
That was fun. There's a few things we can do now. If you'll recall, let's see, there was the chicken trainer, the rooster,
right.
the chicken trainer.
This lady wants beans.
Yes, that lady does want beans. You still can't do that quest. You can get it started if you like to. There's a few of those items, but there's one in particular that you will need a fancier ability than you have right now in order to manage. There's also the bar. Do you remember the bar over on the right-hand side?
This guy wants his band member. Yeah,
Yes.
over here. Fernando's.
That is yet another
Oh,
fancy
hey!
ability.
It's my favorite guy.
I like that guy.
I really like the animation on his flame head.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about the villains really appeal to me in this. This
You
guy.
already have a drink. What do you want?
Well, he
I
wants
like
all
that.
the
How
drinks.
it just immolates in his head.
Yeah, it's not clear whether he's gaining any. I mean, I guess he's drunk, obviously. But did you notice the papel picado hanging from the top of the bar in here? Oh, and also, all of the alcohol is apparently the kind of brand that you sell. So
Now, hang on a second. Prohibition sucked the first time I was alive. Does that mean this is after the 1930s?
actually,
Or is this an earlier prohibition, which I don't know anything about?
So part of it was certainly, it's just like a prohibition joke about America, but I think I'm gonna have to post something about. I remember looking this up that there was actually a Mexican prohibition on certain kinds of alcohol that was even earlier than this.
Well, this man apparently says that Calaca has literally killed the devil. So
Yes.
I'm not sure that Calaca's that bad a guy.
Well, it's one of those ones where you know,
A
intent
usurpation
matters
sort of
when we
kill rather than just yeah, sure. No
that
spirits
does
in
sort of
hell.
establish him.
I get it. I know.
Jokes are funny.
Yeah, troll. Great. Okay.
Honestly, that to me is sort of the one misstep with the guy. That's kind of his laugh, but I don't know. I guess it's an internet reference or something. Whatever. Yeah, he's still a bit too saucy for us to be taken on. But
I see. Well, I don't know. If he doesn't have any bullets, I don't think he's that saucy at all.
No.
I suppose he would be unpleasant to grapple with that face.
Yeah. I really like
he
how he
gave me
fires off all these
$15.
bullets. Right.
I like him.
Yeah.
I want to fight him.
I don't know. The villains, like I said, are just really so varied that I like.
Fine.
Also, I like in all the conversations with everyone how you're just standing there, you know, stone-chinned, grinning and everything. Or grimacing, I guess. Anyway, on we go.
It's this guy.
Yeah, this is your and my favorite. What do you think about that guy?
I prefer not to.
You're going to.
Yeah. How do I maneuver this? There we go. Got to be in the air.
Yeah,
it's not so bad.
It's the honestly,
God.
this is the third of 4 color moves and things like that. So
I like this guy. Is he a reference to something?
I have
such
no
a
idea.
Strange art style.
Yeah, but you know what you want to do.
Yeah. You
do. I think my favorite is Little Kenny the King.
I haven't said anything about that. There we go.
Yeah, there he is.
I broke all your kegs. Let's see. If
I have no idea what. He's different than everybody else. I don't know if he's supposed to be a child or what. I don't know.
He's got a mustache.
Everyone has a mustache.
Tostada doesn't have a mustache.
Well, we don't know. She might have a mask stash or something. Yeah, he's a cheerful guy though, isn't he?
I guess so.
I mean, after you
on the
destroy
bright side?
his life's work, yeah.
What's over here? I'm
So the
paralyzed by
backgrounds
two
are really,
options.
really just a high point for me in this whole series. I don't know. There's so much detail put into every, environment. Just a lot of stuff going on in the background.
You know, I will say the one thing I don't like is how the foreground here is just straight black
That's
squares.
true.
That
Yeah.
could be a little better done, I think.
I actually don't know if that's due to space constraints or whatever, but yeah, that's.
Well, I mean, it's not the way here.
That's true. No, that's
Hello,
true.
children.
Who knows? Yeah. Anyway, so we have a new move and a new destination, but we can still probably tool around a little bit.
That's good because I don't remember where anything is, so we're going to tool around whether we want to or not.
Eventually, it's going to be very top right. That's where we're going to want to go.
I see.
But, you could, I think at this point,
to the Caverna del Pollo.
Yeah. The Caverna del Pollo is a challenge and a half.
Would it be Caverna?
Caverna? Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not actually. I guess it's.
Someone answer that question. I want to buy something. I've already bought the 3 moves in here. For all the good they'll do me, not knowing how they work.
This'll be good. Rusty.
I guess I'll buy more health regen.
That's a good choice. More health is always good. The regen boosts are also very good if you want to in the future. Pick up one of those.
Stamina regen boosts, you mean?
Yeah.
Instead of the health.
Yeah. But a health regen boost. Honestly, you probably went for the one that's the best value for your dollar at this point.
Well, I'm not good at dodging, and I'm going to be getting hit, so...
That's fine. You need to get those little health globules. interestingly, there is a challenge to conquer all of these. So you can see the basic idea here, right? You go through a series of caverns, each of which contain a challenge, and if you make it to the end, you're rewarded. This first one here, honestly, isn't so bad. This first cavern,
obviously.
I mean,
even I'm handling it all right.
Well, I mean, I think even the ending of this one gets a little tricky. But there's 3 of these challenges, and by the time you get to the end, they get crazy.
Sure.
There's a good number of enemy types that you haven't seen yet, actually, at this point in the game, and some of the later ones, like, they're okay by themselves. Any enemy by itself isn't so bad, but when you start stacking,
sure,
2 or 3 of them in. Anyway, basic strategy, as we recall, is going after anybody who has ranged attacks first, just generally. Then, typically, those stupid yellow skeletons I like to go after. Boy, I hate them. And, yeah.
No, I didn't manage to do it unscathed.
Well, that's neither here nor there. You don't get anything from doing it unscathed. There is an achievement for doing, I think just the 3rd one, the hardest one. There's a costume type you can get that actually does not regenerate any health. And so...
that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it's good times. I barely managed that one.
How long is the Caverns?
Actually, you can check your map.
Right now, I can't.
Well, right. When you have a second of breathing room, I think you're certainly not halfway yet, but
really,
yeah. But
is it in sections, like for later
so,
when I've got more moves, or?
Yes. So each one opens up. I think you need a new move to open up each one. You certainly need a new move to open up each one. So for now, this drop is going to be the only one that you can really tackle.
I see.
Which is fine, because unless you wanted to be really grindy, you're really going to be underpowered for all the other ones.
So that the metal grate I saw at the top there.
That's right. Well, that will open when you beat this one, but there will be another just environmental area that you can't really get past until the 3rd one. Man, when there's 2 of these guys, I end up having trouble.
Yep.
But yeah,
I really like that backward slam just because it stuns everybody.
Stunning is super important for management. It took me a long time to appreciate Olmec's headbutt, but it is real nice. Just because if you can pull it off, the enemies go flying far away, and that really helps with tackling a large number of people. But grapples are so nice because of those invincibility frames. Those are just almost necessary. Certainly, in some of the later levels, there'll just be people flying around at you everywhere, and you're going to live or die based on those invincibility frames.
Sure.
Now, this big guy, the harder hitters like this can be really bad, because they don't, well, I guess these ones are, but sometimes they don't give you quite enough health to compensate for the damage they do. Certainly the big guys. If you get hit by them, you're just not going to get enough, they take you down to a tiny amount of health. But yeah, that backwards slam is so nice. I mean, I guess it's nice in a way, because Lucha Libre is a lot about, these big show throws.
Right, yeah.
So, it makes a lot of sense.
In my case, I'm just trying to get everyone off me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this particular one is a definitely crowd management arena. Which, anything that gets him thrown around is fine. Once you start taking a few out, as you can see, the rest kind of fall without too much trouble.
Right, you start to get a screen full of W's.
Yeah, and that is fun times.
There we go.
Not bad.
You're rumbling in the distance. It sounds like a shortcut, probably.
The rumbling in the distance is that metal grating opening, actually.
Oh, so I could go to the next area if I wanted to.
I think not, because there's still an environmental,
one of those blocks that I need to pound.
Yeah. But so you see the elevator, what that was for.
Oh, I see. I'll just drop down from there. Is there any point in running all the way to the right?
Honestly, I wouldn't, because that will, I mean, it's fine. It's whatever.
It's just where I'll drop down from the future thing.
That's
so
right.
There's no point
kind of
going
spoils
there
the
now.
future challenge rewards or whatever. But
Whatever.
Don't matter.
Oh,
Eventually.
here we go. I need the ability to. Looks like warp without the
Phase.
those dots. Yeah, those little warp
without
portals.
The vortices.
Alright, let's take a trip.
And those will all come. Yeah, where do you want to go? I think probably just back to
I did.
yes.
Back to Santa Lucita.
Santa
Since if I'm
Lucita.
going north right, I guess.
You can also check out the chicken, the rooster, whatever. You don't have to, but he does give you some rewards.
Oh, fine.
You need to go to the
I
chicken.
know. Fine, combo chicken.
Not to like spoil it, I guess, but the next one is a lunge attack. You know, I mean, obviously that makes sense. You can go down, you can go up, right? It is so nice when you get that lunge attack. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm missing horizontal velocity right now.
So hey, it's good for you to get those upgrades and everything. So.
Alright, for me.
I don't recall if there's anything in particular else to do that you can do. You know, so one thing that is really nice about this Metroidvania is if you want to check your map, you can go and look at different areas, and it actually colors in the blocks, and so you can tell what you can break through now. So if you check and see green blocks anywhere, then you'll know, oh, I can just go clear this out.
Sure.
Certainly in the forest area, there's some stuff you can clear out. I don't know that I'd recommend going for a whole detour for that right now.
Yeah.
We can,
I think we'll just
check
keep
out.
going for now, and
Yeah,
maybe
we'll just
I'll
check
go
out
back when I get to one of those heads.
El Desierto Caliente, as they say.
Here we go.
So these are the ones you see that it's. Oh, these I hate both of these enemies so much. The flyers are named chupacabras, and that is basically Mexican Bigfoot. It would be a way to describe the chupacabra.
Oh, I am well aware of the chupacabra.
I see. I had a phase back in elementary school where I liked chupacabra research. I say in heavy quotes.
Right. Yeah.
And the other guys are just little plant mans that don't ever oblige them to poke their head out. They just have a big old spike. They're actually not as bad. You can take them out if you manage to body slam those chupacabras into them, obviously. But boy, that green drop makes it so much nicer.
Oh,
and obviously you couldn't progress here, you know. So.
Let me see.
You gotta hand it to you. The game loves to throw new enemies and stuff at you.
Literally in this case.
Yeah, and they do really well with like contextual clues. I mean, when these guys came up, I think I got hit by the first spiky projectile, but as soon as they threw the grenade, I knew exactly what to do. So.
You mean the fact that it had the giant W on it?
That was part of it, and the part of it was my natural intuition.
Yeah, I see. At least they don't take more than one hit.
The desert is maybe, I don't know. It's certainly at least one of my favorite environments. It looks really cool, and it looks.
I see that slot.
It looks super cool in the other world.
So. I like the shadows under these inexplicable flying video game platforms.
Well, that's what would happen.
Is it?
They would certainly have shadows.
Alright, these guys are undodgeable when they're in their hyper mode.
Yeah. Anybody that's glowing red, typically.
Right.
Not able to be dodged. I assume you noticed Cactar back there.
Yes.
Good.
I didn't acknowledge Cactar,
but... so there is one thing, when we say undodgeable, I don't quite have this worked out, but some enemies, when they're red, can still be hurt with some super moves. And some, it seems like, can't. The armadillo guys, even if they're glowing red and spinning at you, are still susceptible to at least the uppercut. And I've had mixed success with Olmec's headbutt, and I think they always can punch through the green drop. I don't know what the deal is.
Okay.
More testing is required, but if you can time it right, an Olmec's headbutt will still deal with them. My guess is there's a small area of attack in front of the Olmec's headbutt. You know what I mean? But,
sure. Yeah, the shockwave
right.
Isn't
so they're not
counting
actually
as contact with me, but
and maybe you know the downward swing flings you onto them or something. Who knows?
maybe it doesn't.
Well, good point.
Thank you.
No, it was.
It was a good point, wasn't
yes, fine. This is the style of debate where you just wear the other person down.
That's right.
To acknowledging whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Our favorite.
I don't know if it's our favorite so much as it's the only one we know.
It's like a person playing a fighter who learned one move that works and never bothered to learn a second.
That's a lot like that.
I like how the game gives you tips like long after you must have realized how to do it.
Yeah, I guess you could have just run past them all up till now.
To be fair though, they did just give you a dodge move or a pound the ground move. I don't know. It seemed obvious to me. One thing I will praise the game for is that I am super video game man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot in this game was really intuitive to me. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't call anything in this game exactly groundbreaking, so yeah.
No, but I mean just in terms
Except
of
for the green slam move.
Shut up.
The commentary you waited 8 months to hear, ladies and gentlemen.
It wasn't 8 months. It probably
I don't
was.
know.
It's been at least like 4 or 5. Oh, sorry about that to all of my fans. I know there's one of you out there who's just been dying for it. I actually think I saw a post in the what LP should I listen to thread where someone was like, maybe Guacamelee will come back someday.
Maybe not.
And he said,
It's big too soon. You haven't edited this yet.
That's true. And I still have to make the bonus video where I'm just slurping my Coke during combo.
Yeah, I know how you work. That's going to be like the first thing that gets done.
No, that's good. I'm going to do that. I may only release that.
Right. Oh.
I'm the guy who just watches the making of on my DVDs that I buy.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus features, yes please. So, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but next time we see him, we'll really think about it. I don't think there's anything better than the tiny, dumb, useless cowboy hat on top of the cactuses. How did it get there? What is it for? Little sombrero or whatever.
Yeah, it's his cactus hat.
It's cactus hat.
Keeps the sun off.
Man, plants want the sun. It's a terrible
Not
thing.
All the sun.
No, alright, not.
Look, you
not
must
that.
admit that cactuses are not exactly built to maximize solar surface area.
No, I'm sure that's true. They've kind of got that covered.
They're vertical and round, cylindrical. That's not what you're after.
The sun doesn't tend to be a big limiting factor in the desert. You do know.
Not in the way you. Oh yeah. Not in that way, at least.
Yes, I see. Yeah, right. No, I suppose it can be
on that health chunk. I just got it. Something seems interesting here.
What do you think we should do?
I think I should just grind my face into paste.
That's always a good idea. These, I'm not a big fan of these. Just because they're... I mean, they get much more annoying later, but they're just tough nuts. Now, in a way, they're really... Well, no. There's some spikes that just teleport you back to where you came from. You know?
That's so weird.
These ones just... Yeah.
Not that time.
Well, some would teleport you right back to the ledge on that screen. These just take you back to the last checkpoint. They never make it too
took me back to the ledge on that screen.
Oh, yeah, okay. Huh. That's weird.
I'm not saying you don't know what you're talking about, but...
Well, usually it doesn't do that.
Your gross incompetence is on display for all the world to see.
It is time for commentary.
That's right.
Speaking of gross incompetence...
What about it?
How long we gonna take to do...
However long it takes for me to run out of things to say, so another 8 months, maybe, give or take?
Yeah, no, that's fine. So
apparently you have to be just mashed on that.
obviously, the
Oh
thing
no,
to
is
do
it is red the uppercut?
yes.
There we go.
I should have explained that. I'm sorry, everyone.
You know, it's been, I guess 8 months is the number we're going with.
I
even
forgot
though
that we were
it's
doing
grossly wrong. But
Guacamelee for Dummies this time, but I'm
right.
glad that we saw our way through in the end. Through the use of semaphore and puppetry, we have.
I'm not a very good luchador, alright?
I'm the video game man around. No.
Indeed, to great green shields.
Shields, honestly, colored shields are not that annoying. There will be some ones later that are just a whole bunch of white layers, and you can smack them however you want to, but you have to smack them like, I think 10 times to break the shield. And if you stop for even a second, it just regenerates.
Can you use normal punches, or do you have to use...
No, you can use normal punches, but the thing is they don't get stunned at all while you're punching them, and for some of these guys, you cannot afford 10 seconds of wailing on them, you know?
Right.
So,
Heck, even 10 seconds of wailing on those yellow skeletons would be a huge pain.
That's actually, sometimes they'll let 2 or 3 of those with the skeletons on you go, and it's tough times. You can still sort of juggle them a bit with your special moves, and that's pretty much what you have to do. But
Sure.
Do keep in mind to the color of the shields, there is an enemy coming up who will instantly counterattack you if you don't attack with the right color. So, and it hurts when that happens. You'll know him when you see him.
I see.
You will.
What if I don't? Oh, well, apparently you can't roll through that.
Yeah. I think that's because he's a, considered to be glowing red at the time, sort of.
Yeah.
So, you know how those glow redders go. I will note that this is pretty much the same way I played it, where the first time through an area, I killed everybody, and then I'm pretty sure on all of our return trips we'll just be noping right above these guys.
I don't know, I'm pretty thorough.
Yeah, but... Okay.
Look, I'm not the one that has to edit these.
No, I'm not editing this. If you start doing that, we're all buckling in for just an hour and a half of tedious plant killing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to rename this LP Gardening at Grandma's because it's going to be just a long, tedious plant massacre. I guess the analogy there is that Grandma makes you weed a lot or something. So.
Yeah, I really don't want to go there now. I'll just let whoever that is lie still. Dadgummit, stupid railroad plot, luchador plot, fine.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where, I think when you hear a voice calling from a secret cave in the desert, and there's a lot of, like, evil magic people around, just let them be.
Wow.
Just let that voice be.
Conquistador skeleton.
Yeah, these are the ones I was talking about earlier.
The ones that just turn right around in the middle of your dodge, apparently.
They, if you get on them quickly and you attack them with the correct color, they're real manageable. But boy, do they hurt if they counterattack you. They just smack you with their shield. I like how, though he is a skeleton, he's also got a beard. So the voice does seem to be in a certain amount of distress.
The voice is not fighting skeletons right now, so I'm not really in any hurry to worry.
To be fair, the voice might be fighting skeletons right now. We can't really say what the voice is doing.
I think we can make a pretty educated guess.
You think so? Look at us.
You
think we're going to be making educated guesses? We
We're
are
making
getting pile-drived by ancient conquistador skeletons. Little known fact, the ancient conquistadors were actually about twice the size of regular humans and all wore stripy pants and no shirts.
It's true. That's how you could tell them apart from your standard Spanish citizens.
Yeah, if you were born twice as large as normal people with a red beard, you pretty much knew you weren't going to have a peaceful life in Spain. You were getting sent to the New World.
I think we had this exact conversation in Amulets and Armor.
Did we?
No, not even close.
Also, they gave you a big old tower shield and a cutlass, so that was nice. Wow.
It's the shoehorned romantic interest.
Hooray! Or is it?
No, it is. She's right there.
No.
Well, I mean, I know she's gonna get captured again or whatever.
Somebody else. Woo. Ugh. You know, it's whatever. I like the little skeleton in the background there.
Really? Why is that skeleton better than any others?
Because I had a moment to look at it, because this is a little bit of a less frantic thing, because someone's talking and you know that it's time to put your hands on your belt buckle and grimace up at him.
Oh, hang on, it's time for backstory.
Hooray!
Is that me? Probably.
Yeah. You're a willful little
Punching my
scamp there.
stupid bag hat right off my head.
You have to admit, they take the traditions pretty seriously.
Do they?
Well, I don't know.
There he goes. From that day until this, he never spoke a word.
Nope.
Except to his agave.
Yeah, that's the hard lesson that a boy must learn, that he's not able
true.
to take on a full-grown man.
Agave is spiky stuff.
Yeah?
It's not fun to farm that.
Well, maybe that built up the calluses in our hands, which are good for
It's true.
knuckle cracking or whatever.
Frog slamming.
Mm-hmm. I should get some agave. I'm going to the big international food store around here pretty soon. So, anyway, it's curtains for you, it looks like.
Yeah, well, we had a good run. It was a good game. Thanks for showing
pretty
it
mad
to me.
about the Alahubre. That's really cool. To be fair, you really kind of didn't slay the Alahubre. You just led it into a big old pit of lava.
Oh, I was waiting for this.
I love this part.
Alright, for those of you who aren't privy to the move list, there's this controls bit called Pollo Power. And, yeah, I've been waiting for this.
My favorite is when you run with him, how you can just tell that chicken's fussing.
That chicken is having a great time.
He's just, yeah, that's good times. Oh, Pollo Power.
Well, he gave
Well, how's
me...
it feel being a luchador chicken?
It's fantastic. I don't have to fight anybody. I can go right through all these stupid little slots in the wall.
So now you know what all those little holes are for.
That's right.
It's a little bit harder to notice these on the mini-map, because they're not colored, you know, like the other ones are. But,
yeah, but they're there.
Yeah, and if you look,
visible.
you can see little indentations where they are.
Yeah.
Something about this sequence where you're just this little, whatever, freaking out chicken running through the little passageways and tunnels. Missed a secret back there, but whatever.
Did I miss it, or did it miss me?
Well, it certainly didn't miss you. Say that. So, yeah, you don't want to be fighting them here. The deal is, you get behind them if they're green, you get in front if they're blue.
What if they're neither green nor blue?
Then you don't know what to do.
It's
if
true.
They're neither green.
I don't know what to do as is.
Yeah, that's also true. Man, if you play this on like the hard, and whatever the hardest difficulty setting is, you can take like 2 hits from these guys.
Mm-hmm.
It is no fun. Send.
Remember what we set it to, but I assume normal.
I assume normal. Here you go. There are a bunch of little things like this. The game is nice enough to tell you once you've found all of the secrets in an area, it will change the color of the icon on your map screen. So that's sporting of them, I suppose. You know, we talked about there being a lot of bad jobs in this universe, and I don't know. I don't
know who set up this grinding
armadillo
machine.
who has to appear and rush into a grinding machine to maybe kill a chicken. That's a pretty bad one.
I don't know. Is it as bad as the guy who has to clean out the grinding machine?
I guess not. Yeah, that's a couple people chasing themselves down the same drain, is what that is.
Race to the bottom. Do I want any of this stuff? I don't really think I'm close to any of the other things, so
Yeah.
I think I'll just
You
my time.
You saw the blue block back there, indicating our last. We do have at least one more
Yeah.
Porray to get.
Can't do nothing with it though. Wow.
You don't have the correct Porray Mahiko.
This is a science-defying bit of botany right here.
That's nothing science-defying about it at all.